Hello, my name is Errol Davis. I'm Superintendent of Atlanta Public Schools. I would like to welcome you to our 2014 graduation ceremonies. What you are about to see is the culmination of the work that we do in the system. It is noble work. It is why we do this work. You will see amazing young people. You will hear fantastic stories of resilience and fortitude, and you cannot help but come away being impressed by the quality of our students and the potential for their future.
I'm excited as we begin tonight another opportunity to celebrate with a group of students who worked so hard to exercise their post-secondary options. This commencement is very meaningful to me, as are others, but this one has a very special meaning as this group of students have experienced two administrations during their high school years. They've worked hard. We have a lot of scholars in our class, and I'm excited that we can highlight in this year's class the accomplishments of our male students. So again, this is a very exciting moment for us. I fully understand the celebration. Let me allow you a few seconds to celebrate the presence of this class. You may be seated. I remind you that these young people have worked very hard and they have some very interesting things to share with you this evening. They are under clear instructions to command your attention by waiting for you before they proceed with the program. All right, let me ask you again. Thank you very much.
Good evening. Good evening. Board members, Superintendent Davis, members of his cabinet, faculty and staff of Frederick Douglass High School, parents, relatives, students, and friends. My name is Omar Bande, and I am more than excited to welcome you to the commencement exercises for the Frederick Douglass High School class of 2014. Our theme for this year's graduation is forging forward and moving onward. All four of these words relate to one goal, and that one goal is success. Dr. Martin Luther King once said, "Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education." And that statement was made by and should be practiced by everyone who pursues success. The great Frederick Douglass said, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress." The class of 2014 has stood clear of distractions, faced and conquered trials and tribulations to achieve success. As a result of that success, the class of 2014 sits proudly before you. We are powerful. We are intelligent. We're gifted. We're what the creators and the sustainers of the Frederick Douglass High School legacy have been waiting for. We have abandoned our fears and accepted our mistakes. Welcome to the 2014 commencement ceremony. Good evening. Parents, faculty, staff, and honored guests. As I reflect on our matriculations here at Frederick Douglass High School, I am reminded of the struggles we faced to arrive here today. We were once freshmen, looking up to the seniors, and now we stand here today setting the example for the class of 2017. Since walking through these doors 4 years ago, we have undergone the leadership of 2 principals. Despite the different transitions in the past, we have remained strong. As an athlete, and specifically as someone who ran track, I would like to think of our high school journey as a relay race. The first leg was our freshman year. The second leg, our sophomore year. As we approached the third leg, our junior year, some of us had to re-strategize and change the game plan. In a race, the final leg is your anchor, who is your best runner. Class of 2014, we are those anchors, and the final baton has been passed. We have completed the race, and because of our progress, hard work, and dedication, we have reached the end of this journey. Though this leg of the journey has ended, let us continue to make strides towards pursuing our post-secondary options. When we meet again in 10 years, Jamaria Hobbs, I can't wait to hear about your contributions to medicine. Omar Bande, I look forward to seeing you winning an Oscar for your first production. And finally, Sierra and Crystal Billing, Justice Weems, Aisha Reams, and Angela Abram Burr. Thank you for enlisting in the National Guard to serve in our country. I would be remiss if I did not thank the faculty and staff for not only being here with us on this journey, but preparing us for a bigger world. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. To the parents, on behalf of my classmates, we thank you for all of your support. Class of 2014, there is a bigger world than just Frederick Douglass High School, and we are about to experience it. Congratulations, and continue the journey.
At this time, please permit me to introduce you to some people who have worked very hard in a joint effort to make this day a reality. First and foremost, the members of the class of 2014. It is my pleasure to introduce members of the School Board of Education for the Atlanta Public Schools. I ask that you hold your applause until each member has been introduced. Each board member is asked to stand as his or her name is called and to remain standing until all members have been introduced. Mr. Courtney English, Chair, at-large Seat 7, Educational District 1 and 2. Ms. Leslie Grant, Educational District 1. Mr. Byron Amos, Educational District 2. Mr. Matt Westmoreland, Educational District 3. Dr. Stephen Lee, Educational District 5. Mrs. Shay P. Collins, Educational District 6. And Dr. Howard W. Grant, Executive Director. Give them a hand. Thank you. I take further pleasure in introducing the members of the administrative team. Again, I ask that each person stand as his or her name is called and remain standing. Audience, again, please hold your applause until all names have been called. I take the pleasure in introducing the members of the administrative team of our great school system. We are fortunate to have a visionary leader to serve in the capacity of superintendent. Please welcome Mr. Errol Davis. Mr. Stephen W. Smith, Associate Superintendent. Mr. Larry Hoskins, Deputy Superintendent of Operations. Ms. Karen L. Walden, Deputy Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. Mr. Charles Bunbridge, Chief Financial Officer. Mr. Ron Price, Chief Human Resource Officer. Dr. Alexis Kirian, Chief Strategy Officer. Mr. William Prescott, Interim General Counsel. Mr. Tony Hunter, Chief Information Officer. And our very own North Region Executive Director, Dr. Sid Baker. Thank you. You may be seated. I would like to introduce members of the Frederick Douglass High School administrative team. As I call your names, please stand and be recognized. Ms. Kamisha Perry, Assistant Principal. Dr. Driscoll Lang, Assistant Principal. Mr. Gary Cantrell, Academy Leader. Dr. Wislin John, Academy Leader. Ms. Libra Royster, Academy Leader. Our counselors, Ms. Agnes Jones-Lee, Dr. Cheryl Needley, Ms. Sabrina Phillips, and Dr. Donald Prather. Our graduation coach, Ms. Janae Christie. Our senior class coordinators, Ms. Crystal Gilliam and Ms. Keisha Dixon. And last but not least, an esteemed group of people who work hard on a day-to-day basis to ensure that our students have an opportunity to exercise their post-secondary options. The faculty and staff members of our school, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. This evening, we celebrate the 44th commencement exercise for Frederick Douglass High School. We are proud of the accomplishments of the alumni of this school, and we're indeed proud of the numerous alumni that have returned to the alma mater as a part of the Frederick Douglass High School faculty and staff. All alumni of Frederick Douglass High School, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, the program will proceed as printed.
Good evening, everyone. In the time allotted to me today, I would like to give thanks to those who helped me reach this point in my life. My success isn't the work of one man, it is the product of a group. To my classmates, the end goal is always important, but being with you all made the time spent work for this moment memorable. I grew so close to so many of you throughout the years, and the thought of moving away saddens me, but it's an important step in our progression to become the next group of doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, entertainers, and black leaders. To my teachers, I have nothing but the most sincere of thanks for you all. I tried my hardest a lot of times to get out of things and take the easiest way out. But you were always there to make sure I never waste my potential and make sure that I improved and challenged myself. It's because of all your hard work that I'm confident about ending the world this fall and facing new challenges. To my family, I have nothing to say. Well, the first thing I have to say is that I love you all. You were always so supportive of me, and sometimes I question if I really deserve all your kindness, and even then you assured me that I did. Mom, my best friend. I think Kanye said it best in stating, I appreciate everything you allow for me, and I just want you to be proud of me. Dad, so many years ago you were kicked out of the same school. My time on this stage is for the both of us. It was because of you that I'm the proud, confident, and capable man that I am today. I can't properly express how appreciative I am of my family, but I am glad I can stand on this stage today to make you all proud. Finally, I would like to thank God. Thank you for allowing me this time to speak, and I hope in the future our paths cross again.
Good evening to my peers, to your families, to my family, to faculty and staff, and to anyone and everyone who came out tonight to watch the Douglas class of 2014 take its first step into the real world. Firstly, I would like to extend thanks to a number of people, to anyone who had a hand in molding me into the fine young man that stands before you tonight. That number of people is so large that I cannot possibly thank all of you. So for the sake of conciseness, I'll only thank the two who I feel had the most influence over me as I matriculated through high school. The first one goes without saying, my mother, Sabrina Hobbs, if you would stand. There she is right there. I would just like to thank you because she had me at a very young age, I will not say how young, and she dropped out. And despite this, she has always done right by me as her son. Quite frankly, she could have aborted me, she could have put me up for adoption, but she chose to keep me, and she chose to love me, and she chose to cherish me, and for that, I can never thank her. So Mom, thank you, I love you from the bottom of my heart. The second person I would like to extend my gratitude to is someone who I feel that I can go to for advice at any given time, whether it's just general advice or guidance, whatever I need, I can go to her. Also, I've had the pleasure to be scolded by her a number of times. But yeah. And also, I think I should mention that she is the glue that held together our senior experience. And without her, I don't know what kind of experience we would have had. So without further ado, Miss Crystal Gilliam, thank you so much for all that you've done for our class. And on behalf of my class, I would like to extend our thank you. So to my class, I would like to take a moment to reflect on our matriculation through high school. So I'm sure everyone remembers the first day of high school. It was August 9, 2010. And nobody could find their classes. Nobody could find the restrooms. The only place I knew how to get was the cafeteria. Could never forget that. So since that time, we've come quite a long way, and I must say that I'm very, very proud of my class and myself because we have worked hard, and here we stand today, or sit today. Yeah. I've watched all of us at one time or another realize at different paces, of course, that education is the single most important thing that any person in this world can possess. And as such, I encourage not only my peers and my classmates to continue their education, but anyone in the crowd who is considering going back. It is never too late to take that chance, to make that choice, and to realize your potential. So please do. To my class, I just want to tell you that we do not hold the future in our hands. We are the future. In this room, on this stage, in these chairs, sits the future. We have Gates Millennium Scholars. Romiko and James, would you please stand at this time? Be recognized for all that you've accomplished. Thank you. We have National Merit Scholars, Coca-Cola Award recipients. We have greatness on this stage. And I'd just like to recognize my whole class for their accomplishments, although I can't. My next point and last is about perseverance. Of course, there's always times when, quite frankly, we feel like crap. And me personally, for example, about a month ago in March, or 2 months ago, imagine my surprise when I was named a Gates Millennium Scholarship finalist. I thought that my education would be paid for, that I had it made, that I didn't have to worry about anything. So imagine my surprise a month later in April when I received notification that I would not be chosen or selected as a Gates Scholarship finalist, or Gates Scholarship recipient. I was devastated. But did I decide to curl up into a tiny ball and lay on my bedroom floor and stare at the ceiling and ask God, why? No, I did not. and if I did, I'm not admitting it publicly. So, my point is that when things go wrong and in the face of adversity, we have to ask ourselves, am I failing or is God prevailing? I will say that again. In the face of adversity, we must ask ourselves, am I failing or is God prevailing? And on that note, I would like to leave you guys with a quote. It's something that all of the graduates on this stage should know by now. Without further ado, without struggle, there is no progress. So we've just finished our struggle. Now let's start our progress. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the list of financial awards noted in your program will change as additional scholarships and awards are received by members of tonight's graduating class. To date, the total amount of senior awards and scholarships garnered by members of the class of 2014 are more than $7 million, but we expect this number to increase. Since 2001, the Visions of the Future program, which was held this past Wednesday evening, has served as an awards program whereby seniors are acknowledged for their academic achievements. Though many awards and accolades were given at this time, the highlight of such an awards ceremony resonates resoundingly and merits recognition during today's ceremony. To encourage academic excellence, participation, and responsible citizenship, Senior Academy Awards are determined according to an established criteria. Audience, it is extremely important and appropriate for all students to be properly recognized. And in the interest of time, please assist us by holding all applause until all award recipients have been called. Seniors, please stand as your names are called. Senior of the Year, Ladarius Jackson. Senior Academy Leader Award, Cornelius Bickley. English Award, Devion Lewis. Science Award, Darisha Thomas. Mathematics, Jamario Hobbs. Social Studies, James Scott. Let's give these students a round of applause. We are honored to acknowledge special program awards presented in the following categories. Seniors, please stand as your name is called. Visual Arts, Dana Mathis. Fine Arts, James Scott. Foreign Language, Jamaria Hobbs. Health and Physical Education, Melvin Galat and Tanisha Tutt. Music, Darius Choates. And Program of Excellence and Success, Kier Lennon. Let's give these students a round of applause.
Thank you. You may be seated. What a very distinguished group of young people. Members of the National Honor Society, please stand. Thank you. Members of the National Beta Club, please stand. Thank you. Members of the National Spanish Honor Society, please stand. Thank you. Members of the National French Honor Society, please stand. Thank you. Scholar athletes, please stand. Thank you. Scholarship recipients, please stand. Thank you. Students scoring 1,500 or more on the SAT or 21 or more on the ACT, please stand. Thank you. Those students who will be joining a branch of the armed forces, please stand. Thank you. The top 10% of this class, please stand. Thank you. The top 10 students in this class, please stand. Thank you. And last but not least, those students who will be attending a college or university in the fall, please stand. Thank you. Two members of the 2014 graduating class have been awarded the prestigious Gates Millennium Scholarship. 3 students were finalists. Those students who were finalists, please stand. Thank you. This scholarship is awarded through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and is available to the students for the undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral studies. Depending on the colleges these students attend, this scholarship could be worth between $250,000 and $650,000. The 2014 recipients of the Bill and Melinda Gates Scholarship for Frederick Douglass High School are James Scott and Ramiko Winston. Please stand. Thank you. The National Achievement Scholarship Program is an academic competition established in 1964 to provide recognition for outstanding Black American high school students. Black students may enter both the National Achievement Program and the National Merit Program by taking the PSAT, National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Exam, and meeting other published requirements for participation. Frederick Douglass High School salutes this year's recipient, Jamario Hobbs. Please stand. Thank you. The recipients of the next awards are requested to come down as your names are called. I will ask Mrs. Walden, our Deputy Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Mr. Courtney English, board member, Mr. Byron Amos, board member, and Dr. Sid Baker, and other board members who would like to join me on stage for the presentation of these awards.
The Frederick Douglass High School family is indeed fortunate to have a person who continuously thinks of us and rewards our students in the form of scholarships. We are privileged to be able to offer many of these scholarships again this year. The 2014 Lester Butts Memorial Scholarship is given in the memory of Dr. Lester Butts, the very first principal of Frederick Douglass High School. His family believes his legacy is accessible to equal and quality education for students in the Atlanta Public Schools by providing scholarships. This year, Butts' family is proud to offer a $5,000 scholarship to Sebron Kelly. During the summer of 2010, the Woody Angels Foundation was founded in the memory of Ms. Samika Johnson Woodward, a former English teacher and cheerleading coach at Frederick Douglass High School. The Woody Angels Foundation seeks to keep the legacy of Ms. Woodward alive by providing a book scholarship to a graduating senior who has demonstrated through their action the importance of community service. This year's recipients of the Woody Angel Foundation Book Scholarship is presented to Kiara Tyner. The Muriel Harper Music Award is in honor of the first choral director of Frederick Douglass High School. This prestigious award is presented to a deserving honor choral student who demonstrates leadership and academic excellence. This year's recipient is presented to Selena Smith. The Atlanta Journal Cup Award, established by the Atlanta Journal, is awarded to the best all-round senior. Each year, the faculty selects the senior who demonstrates leadership qualities, who is active in the community, and has a winning attitude. This year's recipient is Kiara Tyner. The 2014 Salutatorian Cup is awarded to Devion Lewis. The 2014 Valedictorian Cup is awarded to Jamario Hobbs.
At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Errol Davis, Mrs. Karen Walden, and all of our board members who would like to join us at this time for the presentation of diplomas.
Anthony Houseworth, Quintavious Hart, Kier Lennon, Dontavious Stevens, Justice Weems, Malik Marshall, Shardarius Antoine Miles, Javarius Antoine Washington, Jamario Dugan, Quintavious Mapp, Jannard Gaines, Quintavious Lamont Hill, Nicholas Botter, Deshaun Ware, and Derica Harris, D'Ilo Franklin, Malik Minor, Omar Romales Whitman, Alexis Evans, Alexia Denise Slayton, Quandaria Drummer, Sakia Boyd, John Sanders, Jordan Ivory, Nija Harris, Unica Ross, Denzel Brooks, Michael Cooper, Danielle White, Symphony Jenkins, Latanya Barnett, Karima Hayward, Makila Page, Ryan Horton, Demetrius Burney, Alvin Johnson, Kelly Nicole Benton, Jada Martinez, Harmony Dotson, Tony Brewer, Takia Primus. Myquan Cunningham. Gregory Stevens. Adaya Jordan. Imani Wright. D. Alexander. Thunder Hayes. Mykela Lumpkins. Kiana Renee Carter. Paige Aaron. Tamira McCowan. Garia Garricker. Melvin Gillette. Ladarius Jackson. Ryan Gibson. Stephanie Walker. Diamond Mills. Selena Smith. Tierra Jackson. Montez McDowell. DeMarcus McDowell. Arquez Patridge.
Malik Brown. Quintavious Cole. Virgil Bechet II. Janae Williams. Kenyana Hardy. Angela Abram Burr. Nikayla Brown. Kay Honest Harris. Keisha Freeman. Omar Banday. Cedric Patterson. Crystal Billing. Travion Fitzpatrick. Brianna Stanley. Lamitria Trammell. Aisha Nakia Reams. Sierra Beering. Mary Youssef. Dejanay Dubose. Regine Johnson. Shanikia Watkins. Romiko Winston. Willie Crawford. Tonicia Tut. Angelique Virgil. Takesha Joyner. Christeria Turner. Leah Brown. Sabron Kelly. Nathaniel Cooper. Darius Schultz. Cornelius Bickley. Shantavius Brown. Saderica Duncan. Tia Woodruff. Joytakesia Tut. Kristan Forbes. Jada Austin. Dana Mathis. Deja Sinkfield. Doricia Thomas. Daryl Moman. James Scott. Kiera Tyner. Maisha Clay. Davion Lewis. Jamariel Hobbs.
To Mr. Davis, Mrs. Walden, Mr. Amos, Mr. English, and members of the Atlanta Board of Education, I hereby certify that these candidates for graduation have completed all of the requirements of the state of Georgia and the Atlanta Board of Education. Mr. Amos, please come forward to certify these candidates.
Good evening. Can I have your attention, please? Can I have your attention? These young people have worked 4 years to hear what I'm about to say, so let them hear it, please. To the class of 2014, your principal has verified that you have completed all of the requirements of the state of Georgia and the Atlanta Board of Education. By the powers vested in me by the Atlanta Board of Education, I hereby certify you as graduates of the class of 2014 of Frederick Douglass High School.
At this time, I'm going to ask Ms. Trevion Fitzpatrick, president of this senior class, to please come forward.